Hi everyone, it's Eddie here at Eddie Makes Art. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be just playing around on the plate, but I want to do some abstract stuff, and I'm going to use some water. I'm going to use some a bunch of metallics, and maybe, oh, I do have some ink. My only one, but it's a nice one. Transparent burnt umber. Got that. I've got some metallic gouache. This is another metallic. So yeah, just gonna play around, see what we get. There might be a lot of drying time in between because of the water, but you won't notice that because I'll edit all that waiting time out. But I want to use the small plate today, and I thought it would be fun just to play around and see what happens. And if I had my water, it would be, oh, it's behind this other paint. Actually needs a little bit more water. How is everyone today? I hope you're doing well. Things are good. It's really nice out today. The weather's warm, but not hot. It's nice and sunny. The reason I use the water is because it causes the acrylic paint to create different movements and textures and just really interesting things that happen on the plate. And then maybe just put it all around. And along with my brayer, I can use it to create some cool texture and design on the plate. So see, I'll do 2 pumps of water. Let's see, I'm just gonna gently stir this around. And you see that, the selling? That's what I'm looking for. And I'm just gonna keep working at it. I'm gonna try and get a lot of smaller areas maybe. I mean, it moves a lot, obviously, because it's got the water, but the water helps it get to this point. All right. So that one's good. I'm gonna let that dry, and then I'll come back and then we'll add some more. This is mostly dry. I'm impatient, so I'm just gonna start adding stuff to this and playing around. I have this left over from another thing I was doing, another project. This is just some brass paint that's in here. I'm gonna get some water in here. Try and clean this out. Oh, that's cool, huh? So I'm just trying to get this cleaned out, and then maybe use some of it on here. And this paint, it's a distress paint from Tim Holtz, and it reacts to water. So this should be interesting. Let's save that for something else. And then I'm gonna take one of my little rubber spatulas here and just tap it along. And the reason I don't mind that it's still a little bit wet is because that way some of this brass can mix in with the ink that was on there first. Not bad, not bad. And what I like to do is pick up, that's why I like the plexi on the plate, is you can pick it up and move things around. And I'm doing this to create, different just textures and stuff. And you see here, I don't know if you can see what's going on with the ink mixing with this distress paint, but it looks like the ink grains up when it touches that brass paint. See that? You can see some of it on here too. Like it beads up. That's kind of cool. All right, I'm gonna let that dry for sure. And then let me get my other plate, which is now free. Behind the scenes info. So sometimes when I film videos, I will do like 2 videos at a time, but like interchanging, because when things have to, when I have to wait for things to dry, then I'm like, I'm not going to sit here and twiddle my thumbs. So I'll make, start doing another video. So yeah, 2 videos today. If you ever watch PM Artist Studios live streams, you'll know that Patricia uses a lot of paints that she calls washouts, which means paints that are, put that in there, that she takes jars of paint that are similar, that are almost out or empty, and she combines them all, adds some water, and then, she creates her own color. Now, this was originally transparent red iron oxide. I've added water to it a couple of times. I just added some of that brass paint. Add some water to that. And you know what? I'm going to drop in just a couple drops of this ink. Now, this is a transparent burnt umber. Okay, sorry, I had to silence that part of the video because my brother, he's a very loud talker, and he was right outside my window and said a few words that you don't want to hear. So he's very colorful with his language. So look at that. You can see, because that's the side you're going to see on the print, right? And maybe you can't tell because of my light, but that little bit of brass paint that we put in there really sparkled up that paint, the transparent red iron oxide. Should we add some purple to this? I'm going to add some of this. This is another one that's pretty empty, so I'm going to spray some water in here. Yeah, this is pretty empty, but there's still a nice layer at the bottom. A few squirts of water. Give it a good shake. And be careful when you open it, as things may have shifted in the cabin during flight. Okay. Let's see what that does. Get this off my hand. And I'm going to use my palette knife because it's right by me. Let's see here. Just mix it up. Now that transparent red iron oxide is a quick drying paint. It's still a little bit wet, but it'll dry fast. And so is this purple paint. It's a soft body acrylic. So those will dry fairly quickly, but you see, just like gentle strokes, you can make some really cool marks on your plate and get some nice design. As you can tell by my verbiage, I am not professionally trained in art. I just do it because I love it. See, this is almost dry, but because I'm, messing with it a lot, but I'm creating some cool things on the plate. Let's turn it over and see what it looks like. Get a piece of white paper under here. That way you can see what it's looking like so far. That to me looks really cool. So let me let that finish drying. It's almost dry, but just a little bit more. Let's see. These are the bits I see that need dry. See, ooh, there we go. Okay. This is what I love about the Gelli plate, is that you can do all sorts of experimenting with it. Now that's cool. Okay, let's let it dry. Yeah, my other plate's free. Let's go ahead and bring this in. It's got purple on it. I did the, this was from the color combo video. I'm going to leave that on there because I need, you know, why waste it? It's good stuff. Take some. Let's use some of this. This is the iridescent bronze fine, and it's a beautiful paint. And it does, when you add water to it, it does magical things. It's very cool. So I'm going to put a little bit here. I'm not going to brayer it out. I'm going to use my spatula just to get it all around the plate. Okay. So, and then I'm going to hit it with water, and it's going to seal up, but it starts to change color. The water starts to separate it, and you see this green here. I'll try and zoom in while I'm editing the video. So you see these bits? Very, very cool. Let me spray this here. See if we can get those going. And it's just this beautiful patina color that you get when the water mixes in. There we go. Those are a little thick, so I'll help them along. Water there. Okay, so what I want to do is I'm going to let this dry, and I want to create a background. I want to find a already painted paper with that's going to coordinate with this, but I want to do it where I take some gel acrylic medium, the gloss medium, and put that down, and then put the painted paper on that. So we should get some of that. Although, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm going to do it while it's wet. I think that'll be more better. Okay, so let's see. Yes. Okay. You see what I mean? Look at that. That's just one paint and some water. That is all. How cool is that? Now, this is pretty much dry. So set this aside. We can add some more. All right. And maybe add some. Add some of this blue. This is folk art ice blue. My nephew loves this color, but he calls it diamond, the diamond paint, because of the diamond symbol on there. It's not ice blue. To him, it's the diamond paint. And he loves it so much, I actually went and bought 2 more bottles. That way, he's always got some to play with. And if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see my nephew with 2 of the prints he created with me over the weekend when we were hanging out. And he's very proud of them. So we took pictures and I posted them. His name is Josiah. He just turned 8 last month. Great kid, very smart, very curious, very polite. Okay. Almost like he's my child. He's actually my great nephew because he's my nephew's son. Great nephew, but yeah. Let's see how this goes with the ice blue. This time I'm going to get some black paper. Okay, this is Strathmore Black Mixed Media paper. Take a piece out. And give you a little bit more water. Break up some of these here. Oh, loving this. Okay. This should be interesting. How cool is that? Love that. Let's see if I can get any more. Let's just cover the page. Why not? Wonderful. To me, paints are a commodity because they're expensive for me. So I try and use up every little bit. I have brayer off sheets that I've saved from when I started gel printing over a year ago. And yeah, I use them every once in a while. If, you know, I'm working on some ephemera or a book or something, or, you know, some other project or collage, I'll dig into that pile and find something. And I've discovered stuff. I'm like, whoa, I did this. I did this. Wow. No way. And you forget. I think that's all we're going to get on there. But I think that's so cool. Okay, I'm going to let this dry. Look at this one here. Look at that. That's just gorgeous, gorgeous. If I was thinking ahead, I would have done this one on black paper too, but that's cool. Still needs a little time to dry because of the water. And here, what do we have here? Let's do something else on here. You know what I'm going to do? Let's add some of this. This is a acrylic gouache color pearl from Turner Color Works. This is a Jerry's Artorama brand. That's where I got these. And this is blue. I can't see the color. Anyway, it's blue. I don't know why they make the printing. They put black printing on a dark blue. Like, I'm not going to see that. Especially us older folks who have trouble seeing as it is. I don't even know where my glasses are. All right, so this one, let's spray her out. And the acrylic gouache is a little thicker. So let's see. Let's add some water. Let's see what happens here. If we help it out. Look what the back looks like. It actually would be the front of the print. That looks good. Oh yeah. If I flip that over anymore, it's gonna mess up, and I don't want to do that. Now, Let me get my, what's that brush I use? Let's use the opposite end of this brush and do some squiggling. Others call this Sgraffito. I call it squiggling. It's more fun. Squiggle, squiggle, squiggle. And then I'll let this dry. And then come back and pick it up with another color. Squiggle, squiggle. I'm using the end of a paintbrush because it's pretty blunt and it's not going to hurt my gel plate. You don't want to pierce your plate, you know. Keep sharp instruments away. Okay. Let me get that cleaned. I'm going to let this dry. Yeah, there's a lot of water on there still. As you can see. Kind of like, I'm seeing like purpley tones in there. This is going to be really cool once we get it printed and pulled. So, here's our little one. It's still not dry, but I'm not patient and I'm going to start playing some more. Let me see here. One color that'll go nicely with these. I'm not going with blue again. How about just some of this yellow? Nickel azo. No, that's going to be too light. Let's see. Maybe some of this. This is permanent magenta. And put a little bit here. Come on, get on there. I'm being as gentle as I can. You notice I didn't put a lot, very little. So I just want to create some designs with that color. And I don't want to overpower it. Let's see. Ooh, that's kind of cool. It's my watt paper. Come here, watt paper. Let's see. Great textures. All right, let's let it dry. We have this one. Now this one's completely dry. So that's going to be very interesting. Okay. Where is my, I have a white here that I want to use. If I can find it. It's the Liquitex soft body, but it's also pretty empty, so I'm gonna hit it with a little bit of water if I could get it open. Okay, look at that. I think there's already some water in there. Yeah, I'm not going to wet it anymore. There's enough. Oop. Butterfingers. A few drops of white. So we've got some purple and red. Okay, I'm going to add some water with a dropper and to the in and around the paint, and then I'll use a straw to blow it around. That's too much water. That's okay. Okay, so just an everyday straw. I may pass out doing this. Be forewarned. Now let's turn this. Oh, there we go. Let's see. Put too much water, but that's okay. We can work with it. Here. Everywhere. Beautiful. All right, let's let this sit for a minute, and I'm going to clean up a bit and then finish up. All right, now this one's dry, and what I wanted to do is the magenta I put down works well with the brown and the brass, and it also, magenta works really well with the greens. So I'm going to do this light phthalo green. It's a golden acrylic heavy body, and I'm going to use, it's an opaque, but I'm going to use it through the stencil with this guy. This is one of my newest designs. It is Flores Geométricas, or geometric flowers. So let me lay that down. I'm going to add some of this here. This is a really nice sort of, not minty green. I just want to add the design to the background. Oops, right in my lap. Have this design in the background. I think that'd be fun. Braid that out. Beautiful. Awesome. So let me braid it off here. And then get some tissue to clean that, because there's some good paint on here. Enough of that. Look at that, we got another print. It's gonna look like. So it's not like super green or anything. I think it's just the right shade. And I think I'm gonna pull it with the blue maybe. So, okay, we go to dry. And I think one of these that we've been working on is dry as well. The blue guy here. Yeah, that's dry. Okay. Let's think about what color we want to pick this up with, because we don't want to just go random. Let's see. You know what? I'm I'm going to use the same green, phthalo green here, light phthalo green. Here. That should be enough. Get my Big Joe here. Big Joe. Do the heavy lifting. Is that supposed to be there? I don't like that there. It's sticking up and it won't pull off the plate if that's on there. Paper. It's a good way to get the paper to stick down to the plate and clean your brayer. Let me see if I can lift this up so we can see it. Oh, that's gonna be spectacular. That's gonna be really great. Okay, another one to dry. What do we got here? A little wet here, but that's okay. So we got the same situation. We got some browns, a little red, violet in there. Let me grab a stencil. Let's use this one here. This is another one of mine. It is Diamond Ring Stencil Style #1. So I want to leave a print of this, and let's pick a color. And I'm thinking I want to put a layer of paint down, then put that, and then have the stencil design down. So now this is a deep gold, so it's a little darker than most of the other ones I have. Well, I only have like 3 other ones, but this is a nice deep shade. That should be enough. Sound effects and all. Okay, come on, Big Joe. Ooh, there we go. Okay, I'm gonna lay the stencil down. Let me just use a piece of paper for now. I can't seem to find the larger tissue. I think I have to cut some more. I leave them in the large sheets. Because the carnival tissue, when you get the full box, you get these huge sheets, and so I don't cut it all. I cut it for when I need it, you know. So I'll do a bunch and then do a bunch again. Ooh, look at that. For the rest, oh, don't fall. Oh. I'm gonna use this one, so stuff on it, but that's cool. Just want to get up some more of that gold. Now we'll pick up the stencil. So we have our gold design. So there's some more paper so you can see. It's subtle, but it's there, and I think we'll get a darker color, pick that up, or even, do we do a darker color, or do we do, I want it to kind of look like old world, old wall sort of vibe, but I don't want to use a color that's gonna cancel out any of the color that's on there already. And with the violet, typically You go with the greens, you go with, I can do this mint. I have this beautiful mint color. That's what I'm gonna do. This is a Lucas Krill. So let me let that dry. That won't take very long. Let's check on this and see if I can get it up for you. I think so. Oh, this is gonna be a winner. Look at that. That's what I love about gel plating. It's the surprise you get, you know, and the satisfaction of, ooh, I did that. How beautiful is that? That's some cool stuff there. All right, let's put that to the side. I'm thinking, what can I do with this to get some color on here? I could always spray it. Let me try a little bit of this spray. This is a tea stain spray, or tea dye. Let's get this off of here. Just gonna take a little bit. Just want to see how it reacts with the color that's already on there. And that might be too dark. This cracked pistachio. I wonder how that would look. Let me try that over here. Are we empty? It's almost empty. You got just some in there. Come on. Come on. All right, let's get my sponges. I keep them in a little Ziploc bag. And so don't get all grody. There. Take a little bit of that. That might be nice. Let's see. If we do this from the back side, I'm gonna put a little bit of water on my sponge. Let's see. I wonder if that would work. I'm going to let these dry and see what transpires. But this might be just a work in progress sort of paper. Okay. Okay, I think this is sufficiently dry. Get the mint on there. Now, when I do sessions like this where I'm experimenting and playing, I don't set a goal. I don't, like, there's no, like, this is what I want the outcome to be. Because that, for me, never works. And I need a little bit more because this is too thin. I don't like to think about, you know, what the final result might be, because as you notice, if you could tell in the video, there is a lot of you know, well, maybe this, maybe that, maybe not. And sometimes what you start with ends up totally different. And that's why you've got to just be open-minded. It's only paper and paint. If you make something that you don't like, paint over it. That's what I do. Okay, spray it off. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna flip this guy over. That's gonna be cool. That's gonna be very cool. And using that lighter mint color, you're gonna be able to see a lot more of that detail from the first 2 layers that we did on here. Okay, I've decided. I'm gonna do this light permanent blue, or light blue permanent. And you know, we hope for the best. That's probably too much. So let's see here. I need a new brayer off. Although it's thick paint underneath, so this may work. Well, this one's going to be interesting. I don't know. That is going to be interesting. So we got this bad boy to play with. And I have some mica sprays that might be fun to play with on here. All right, so these come in a set. There is glasses. I need glasses. God, getting worse by the month. This is brush pewter mica spray. This is tarnished brass. This is antique bronze. That's what we use. Nope, that's varnish brass. Tarnished brass. They're supposed to be the same. Well, it's a mica spray, so it's, you know, it's not going to be like solid like the paint. You can probably see how shiny it is. It'll look better once I photograph it. Although photographs are hard with metallic paints because they don't show up as well as with the video, or you know, just looking at it in person. Do some of this tarnished or brushed pewter. I get confused with all these weird names. Just say silver. Yeah, make my life a lot easier. That's cool. Now these activate with water. So I'm going to hit it with a little bit of water, and this is mixed media paper, so it can take it. And then just move it around and see what happens. Paper's soaking it in nicely. Here, let's put some of this. I don't have a lot, but some of this interference gold fine from Golden Acrylics. Drops here and there. That's a lot. Let's take some of that. So let me see. Just kind of spread it around. You see how cool that is? Mix it with the water. I find this very relaxing. Do you? I think this is just very therapeutic and makes you just forget all the nonsense. I'm gonna hit that with some water and see if it reacts. I don't think it's gonna react in the same way that the bronze one reacted, but you never know. I haven't tried it yet. Let's see, there's some stuff going on. Turn it, get a different view. This is going to be another one. It won't be completely finished in this video, but I will keep working on it because I think it's a really cool piece of paper. All right, I'm going to send that off to her. Let's see if this one's ready. I'm like really quiet because this is nerve-wracking sometimes. I love it. The gold that we did with the stencil is a nice subtle touch in the background, but that purple showed up well. The red iron oxide is showing up well. Gorgeous. That is a stunning print. Oh, beautiful. That other one needs to dry just a little bit more, so give that a few minutes. All right, let's reveal the final print. This is the one we did on the 5x7. Let's start here. Oh, good. Good so far. This one's going to be interesting. Ooh. Now that is a cool print. And you can see all the awesome little details we did. It didn't diminish the magenta color. That's still vibrant. And the pattern is, you can see, like, it's a pattern, but it's not in your face. It all works well. I'm very happy. Well, that's all for today, guys. Thank you so much. Stay to the end of the video and see the photos of all the different prints. Thanks so much. I'll see you next time.